Hi everyone. About a month ago I did a through hike of the Waterloo-Pinckney Trail. I put in over 40 and a half miles and I was pretty encouraged by the results. I had a couple of 16 and a half mile plus days. So I started thinking to myself, how far can I do in a day? So I came up with this idea. I thought, well, let's camp at Portage Lake State Park and see if I can hike out to Green Lake, which is over 22 miles, and then hike back. How crazy is that? Well, here's my story. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.
All right, back on trail. So, Green Lake hike has begun. We'll see if I've bit off a little more than I can chew this time. Goal is to get from Portage to Green Lake. That's 22 miles on the trail. It's probably about 23 miles total one day. And then I gotta come back tomorrow. Weather is a little chilly, windy, spitting rain. But there's a saying on the trail, embrace the suck. We'll do our best. So I said I wasn't gonna video so much, but I guess I can't help myself. Lake just looks too nice. A little choppy. I don't know if you can hear, the wind is really whipping. Trail's dry, at least in this section. Well, the sun just started to make an appearance. Might not be so bad after all. It's still a little cool and windy. Mile 1 is in the books on the Waterloo-Pinckney Trail, heading for Green Lake. We're approaching the base of the infamous Sack Rider Hill. Chugging along pretty good here. Got just past the 5-mile trail marker not too long ago. I'm pushing 5.9, 6 miles in from campsite. So steady incline here up to the top of Sack Rider. Pretty sure my pace is going to slow down a little bit here, though I will say I did hit a 19-minute mile, so I was pretty happy with that. We're moving on. Wish the weather would decide what it's doing. It feels warm when I'm out of the wind. Getting the wind, it's cold. It hasn't really rained a whole lot, just spitting. Now we've got little freezing drizzle snowflakes. Temperature's actually gotten a little colder. Started out about 43, is 41 last time I checked. We're moving on. We're about 25% through the hike. Getting ready to pass the Sack Rider Hill parking lot and make our way down the trail. Mile 6 is in the books. Just past mile marker 9. So I remember last time I went straight and pretty damp, it was flooded. You know that it was going to be wet, so we're going to take the bypass this time. Hopefully keep my feet dry. They're looking okay right now. New shoes, so far so good. Weather has calmed down for the moment. Croakers are going. Nice little stretch of pines here before we get into the Baldwin flood area and into Pines Campground area where we'll get a break, or we'll take a break. I know last time I went through here, I was aching and crying for a break. Where's the pines? Where's the pines? Not so much today so far. Water intake has been below a liter even. I haven't had to drink a whole lot. Not sure if I can attribute that to better fitness level or getting good sleep or eating right. But whatever it is, I will take it for now. We'll see how it feels a little bit later as we get further down the trail. So I've got about 9.5 miles on my Garmin. Looks like about 3 hours and 29 minutes. Yep, 3 hours 29 minutes on the clock. So moving right along. So I'm following the markers, which leads to this road. Looks like we've got a little bit of a road walk. Could have come right through there. And it looks like there's a bypass up ahead too. So I could have come right through there and come out by the guardrail. So I'm still on the bypass. I'll see where we pick up the trail. Vaguely remember this. Wow, check that out. That is cool. Well, that's not on our agenda today. So the bypass takes us to this place right along Baldwin Road, and then it looks like the trail goes right through here. Just a little bit different than GPS, but this is what's marked. So this is what we're following the Blue Blaze Trail. I think that might have been just a little bit longer. Not sure. Definitely was drier. I think we still got a little bit of mud to deal with though before we get to Pines, before we get Baldwin flood, and then before we get to Pines. Coming into one of my favorite spots, Baldwin flood. The area is amazingly dry. Last time I came through here, it was flooded like you wouldn't believe, mud all over the place. Maybe that didn't need to take the bypass, but such a cool area. Constructed back in 2007 with help from Ducks Unlimited. One thing they need is a picnic table or a picnic area here. Last time I went through, I wanted to stop. It was really nice. Sun was out and I was ready for a break. Definitely could use a picnic table over in this area. Alright, we're at the Horseman's Camp turnoff where we camped last time. About 2 o'clock. Well ahead of that pace from that hike, which I need to be. Legs are getting tired. About trail mile 12 and a half or so. So looking to get to the Discovery Center here so I can take another break, or park headquarters. Probably going to be to the park headquarters, which according to that sign up there, and there's the loop. The park headquarters is about 2 miles. Discovery Center 5 miles, and 9 miles to Green Lake. Woohoo! In the single digits. But unfortunately, this next section I'm nicknaming the McClure Maze because we have to cross through McClure Road a million times. I should just shortcut it and go straight up the road, but we're gonna do it all. Still hiking. Feet are still moving. Well, the good news is we're off the horse trails. No more sand and horse dung to dodge around. The bad news is the trail is going to have a lot more ups and downs, and it's going to be a little bit more challenging the next few miles before we get to the headquarters and Discovery Center. A lot more ups and downs that'll wear on the legs. And we've got the McClure Maze coming up. Follow the blue blaze. We are now in the McClure Road Maze. Road crossing number 1. It's so easy just to go that way. It's so much faster. The maze continues. McClure Road crossing number 2. That last section, that was tough. It would be so much easier just to go that way. But no, we'll stick to the trail. Coming up on mile 15. Trail mile 15. Jeff mile 16.3. And we're exiting the McClure Road Maze. The McClure Maze. Tough section, especially when you're tired. Legs and feet starting to feel it. Still got a ways to go. One to go. Last mile, really slow. 30-minute mile, that's tough. Legs are tired, back's tired, shoulders tired. Jeff's just tired. Hoping it's a short hike into camp so I can start getting set up. I got about 2 hours before sunset. It's pushing 5:30. I've got 22.2 miles on my watch. That's a big day. So I'm about a mile further. So I'll be about 23, 24 mile day when I'm done. Phew. That might be my longest. And then I gotta go do it back home tomorrow. Ask me how that is in the morning. Alright, we're here. I hope it's not a far walk. Save that for another time. Home for the night. Campsite 20. I hope the wind dies down. Oh, look at that. I even got some firewood. Oh, hot dog. I'm digging that. Well, I'm here.
So, in terms of mileage, this turned out to be the longest day hike I've ever completed. It certainly was a challenge, but day 2 would prove to even be a greater challenge. Thanks everybody for watching.